So this is the start of the 4 o'clock session, titled Cows, Horses, and Goats, which also happens to be the title of our next CD. Yes, I saw your picture. From the great state of Texas to old Idaho, left a trail across this land with stories to be told. Kansas to Oregon, your favorite legend grows. America's cowboy, legend grows and grows. So we'll sing our song, tell our tales of the way things used to be. America's cowboy, you made history. Well, across this great land of ours, all the many trails you rode, some were good and some were bad. Well, so the story goes. Always prevailed in all the good you do. America's cowboy, legend grows and grows. So we'll sing our song, tell our tales of the way things used to be. America's cowboy, you made history. Yes, we'll sing our song, tell our tales of the way things used to be. America's cowboy, you made history. Now with boots and chaps and a cowboy hat, you rode the Wild West. 6-gun strapped upon you and a star on your chest. Faced every peril with strength and bravery. America's hero, you made history. So we'll sing our song, tell our tales of the way things used to be. America's cowboy, you made history. Yes, we'll sing our song, tell our tales of the way things used to be. America's cowboy, you made history. All right. Well, we got these two Oregonians coming over this way. Mr. Coyote Joe and Little Joe McCutcheon. I'm going to unplug, they're going to plug in, and we're going to let them take us to the races.
Really?
Off to the races.
Well, this is cool. Need to buy? I didn't want to wait till they got off. You know how they are. You wait for them to, and by golly, they'll leave you behind.
We weren't late.
I'm talking about last year. I said, oh, let's stop and have breakfast. They were in Washington when we stopped for breakfast.
It's like they were saying, hey, you're waiting on me, you're late.
That's right.
That's right. Well, the theme is cattle, or cows, horses, and girls.
Oh, yeah.
Joe and I are going to take care of the girl part. All of them. No, how's this? I forget we got to do this so he can get the volume, you know. No, I didn't want to do that anyway. All right.
All right.
We're wasting time here.
It's time, yes.
So when I decided we was going to do all girls, we're going to do Laura, Diana, Angelina,
The other busload that's outside.
Lily, and I know. That's why it's so much fun. I can still do songs about him. I love that a little bit.
You know, that made his mind up real quick.
Laura, hold my hands, count my fingers. Laura, touch these lips you once desired. Let your soft and gentle hands caress my body. Can you run your fingers through my hair? Touch these ears, just listen to your wishes. Most of them fulfill, and that's a lot. Lay your head upon my chest and hear my heartbeat. Then tell me what he's got that I ain't got. Tell me what he's got that I can't give you. It must be something I was born without. You took an awful chance to be with another man. So tell me what he's got that I ain't got. Oh, see these walls I built for you. Laura, see these carpets that I've laid. See those fancy curtains hanging at the window. Touch the satin pillows on the bed. Laura, count the dresses in your closet. Note the name upon the checkbook in your bag. And if there's time before I pull this trigger, then tell me what he's got that I ain't got. Tell me what he's got that I can't give you. Must be something I was born without. Took an awful chance to be with another man. So tell me what he's got that I ain't got. Lord, tell me what he's got that I ain't got. Lord, tell me what he's got that I ain't got. There you go. The year was 1929 when me and Diana came up here to Alaska to homestead some of this free government land. 40 miles from the nearest gravel road. We cut our lives from the ponderosa so fine. We settled down to beat the winter snow. But the cabin's up and we've got lots of time. What have you got planned tonight, Diane? Would you consider lying in my arms? I love you more than ever now, Diana, and I'm sure you're the reason I was born. Jim was born the first year we were here. Why, look at him. My God, he's nearly grown. The baby's in the cradle fast asleep. Just think, in no time he'll be up and gone. And what have you got planned tonight, Diane? Would you consider lying in my arms? I love you more than ever now, Diane. And I'm sure you're the reason I was born. Well, time sure does fly, doesn't it, Diane? You know, it's been nearly 2 years now. Well, since you've been gone. But speaking of time, I guess you know mine's just about up. I'll be seeing you tonight, girl. Just a couple more breaths and I'll be coming home. And by the way, what have you got planned tonight, Diane? Would you consider lying in my arms? I love you ever now, Diane. And I'm sure you're the reason I was born. I'm sure you're the reason I was born. What have you got planned tonight, Diane? Thank you. Angelina, I found a payroll for the winter. Tending rough stock, free range. Lonesome as can be in a lime camp out of Elko, and the scenery suits me for a change. Angelina, don't remember me unkindly. I didn't mean to let you down. Whenever I see something beautiful, it reminds me of a time I spent with you in town. I understand how you think my life's been wasted. Didn't make no money, I didn't burn. Cowpuncher's wage don't really suit a man my age, but I'm taking nothing I ain't earned. Angelina, don't remember me unkindly. I didn't mean to let you down. Whenever I see something beautiful, it reminds me of the story of the time I spent with you in town. Woke up this morning, stars were so shining. up in the sky, so turquoise blue. Snow was so fine, like a white lace on a pine tree. And the first thing I thought about was you. Angelina, don't remind me so unkindly. Didn't mean to let you down. Whenever I see something beautiful, it reminds me, of a time I spent with you in town. Angelina, Angelina. There you are. Whew. Don't do that very often. Yeah. Strawberries, cherries, and an angel's kiss in spring. She said her summer wine was made from all those things. I walked in town on silver spurs, jingle tunes, a song that I had only sung for just a few. She saw my silver spurs and said, let's spend some time. She would give to me summer wine. Oh, summer wine. Strawberries, cherries, and an angel's kiss in spring. Summer wine was really made from all those things. Take off your silver spurs so we can pass the time, and I will give to you summer wine. Oh, summer wine. My eyes grew heavy and my lips could not speak. I tried to get up, but I could not find my feet. She reassured me with some unfamiliar lights. Then she gave me more summer wine. Oh, summer wine. Strawberries, cherries, and an angel's kiss in spring. She said her summer wine was made from all those things. Take off those silver spurs, get echoes in my mind, and she would give to me her summer wine. Oh, summer wine. Here's Joe. When I awoke, the sun was shining in my eyes. My silver spurs were gone, my head felt twice its size. She took my silver spurs, dollar him all those things. Take off those silver spurs, keeps echoing in my mind, and leaves me craving for more summer wine. Oh, summer wine. Oh, summer wine. That's from 1964, thank you. I was in a whole different light then. I think one more song, right? I got time for that young girl named Lily. You remember? Oh, I may not be the best looking guy in the world, but she said it was so. Said she would follow me wherever I'd go. She told me that in my dreams she felt like a queen. Lily could answer all my country boys' dreams. Lily's white lights made me believe that I was the only man that she'd ever need. I couldn't see the truth when it was there, right before my eyes. I guess I was blinded by Lily's white eyes. If I had a chance to do it all over again, hell, I'd do it the same. I'd fall just as fast and hard as pouring down rain. I'd let her do it one more time, bring tears to my eyes. If I could hear whispers of Lily's white lies, Lily's white lies made me believe that I was the only man that she ever need. I couldn't see the truth when it was there, right before my eyes. I guess I was blinded by Lily's white lies. I guess I was blinded by Lily's white lies. Lily's white lies. Thank you, folks. More than appreciated. We'll see you tonight. We got a real good show tonight, so you want to be sure to come on out again. If you haven't already got your tickets, get them.
Plus, we're going to have one tomorrow night, too, so.
Well, that's also what's going on. We're going to tell them about that tonight. Okay, all right, okay.
Well,
Okay. I'd like to get the Panhandle Cowboys back up, and we'd like to thank you for sharing your time with us. Thank you, Mom.
For this next introduction, this is the Panhandle Cowboy, my partner somewhere else. We're going to switch over from the long-legged guitar pickers to a cowboy poet, Lynn Capelke. He'd come up here and entertain you. We've known him for quite a while, belonged to a few associations together. And he's a good poet. He's going to entertain you.
My jumping days are, they're a little bit behind me. Howdy folks, my name's Lynn from outside of Enumclaw, Washington. Just 5 miles due north of the old pickle factory. I'm home most evenings, stop on by. I want to thank Dave and JB, Panhandle Cowboys, for sharing their time with me. I really appreciate it, it's very generous. Papa Mac, Joe, and Joe, you too. Nice of you. So, yeah, you didn't know what was going on, but you were nice. We got cows, we got horses, and we got girls. So let's start with cows. Been up here alone a week or more, checking cows on the summer range. It's a pretty wide circle, but I've done it before. I won't push them down before the seasons change. It's right nice up here this time of year, and the line shacks are well set up. There's plenty of grub, oats for the mare, and coffee in my tin cup. When it comes in, right handy. Against the morning chill as August comes to an end. And the hills have turned brown, as they often will, though they still sing their songs in the wind. I top out a rise. There down below, why there's a hand from a neighboring spread. He's right cordial when he nods hello, and we ride to the creek up ahead. As he bids his good day, the thought makes its way that my moving on time may be near. When I get back to the ranch, I may just draw my pay. It's too damn crowded around here. Horses. Hey, mister. Mister, are you all right? That's sure a bad one. Thought you might take flight. Why, you'd have thought the ground was a girl the way you up and kissed her. Yeah, you're all right. Come on, get up and dance with me, mister. I'll be your friend. I know it don't seem like that now, me being all snorty and bucking so hard. But show me a little grit, patience, and know-how. You'll never have a better part. But you can't do that on the ground. So don't just sit there and fester. Come on, get up, dust yourself off, and dance with me, mister. Well, come on now, get up. We're just getting started. Well, this job you took on yourself, it ain't for the timid-hearted. Well, I'm going to kick, and I'm going to balk, and I'm going to spin just like a Texas twister. So get on back up here and dance with me, mister. You see, when I was born, I ran free. I didn't wear all this tack. And I ain't about to give that up for no gunslinger, some hack. You gotta prove to me that you're worth it. And that you ain't just some weak sister. So get up, dust yourself off, and show me what you got. Come on, dance with me, mister. Thank you, folks. I appreciate it. Well, we got cows, we got horses, and we got, well, thank you. Well, it's Sunday afternoon, and I'm up here on stage at the local bar and grill, me and some friends for less than minimum wage in a band we call Buffalo Bill. It's family day, with kids and all, and it's time to give Mom a little break and go down to the saloon that's named the City Hall. Order up some hamburgers, fries, and maybe a steak. Now, I first noticed him when he finished his fries, and he stood up beside his table. He's studying his boots with downcast eyes just as intently as he was able. This is a brand new one, folks. I just wrote this on the way down, and I guess I should have written it down. Downcast eyes, just as intently as he was able. Well, we started into singing A Brand New Man. That seemed to make up his mind. He strode across the room, doffed his hat, held out his hand, and spoke to as pretty a girl as you'll ever find. She blushed a mite, but she took that hand and she let him lead her out on the floor. And, well, they danced right well to this old cover band. They finished that song and danced one more. I watched him as he accompanied her towards her family's table. I noticed he put his hand on her back. He nodded to her folks and bowed to her Aunt Mabel. Why, his manners were as sharp as a tack. So what's the big deal, you ask? Is that what I hear? Well, it was just a turn around the dance floor. Didn't I mention she was the prettiest girl there? She could just as easily have shown him the door. You see, when you're 12 and you take that chance, you don't know what the girl's gonna do when you hold out your hand and ask, would you care to dance? Especially if she's, just a mite taller than you. That's called The Bravest Man I Ever Saw. Again, I want to thank you folks for having me up here, and I hope you enjoy the rest of the weekend. Take care of each other.
Hey, thank you, Lynn. Lynn is a poet, he's a musician, plays guitar, and he is also an artist. In fact, I have one of his paintings in my studio. A little humor was needed, so.
Between the two poets, we're going to do one song that was a request, and then we'll let Papa Mac entertain you with some of his fine poetry. But this is a song that Dave wrote, and I kind of stole the poem and inserted it in the middle, and it goes like this.
Annie Lee, that's the prettiest name. Annie Lee, she's headed out west, follow her dream, and I'm left to grieve Annie Lee.
I don't know why I feel so restless, moon shining still and bright. The cattle all resting easy, but still I can't sleep tonight. There ain't no cactus in my blankets. I don't know why they feel so hard, unless it's old Warden Jim singing Annie Lee out on the guard. Annie Lee, I wished he'd quit it. I couldn't sleep now if I tried. Makes the night seem big and lonesome, makes my throat sore inside. And how my Annie used to sing it, and it sounded so good and gay, the nights I drove her home from dances when the east was turning gray. Yes, her brow was like a snowdrift, and her eyes were like quiet streams, and her face, I can still see it much too frequent in my dreams. And her hand was soft and trembling that night beneath the tree when I couldn't help but tell her she meant all the world to me. But her folks said I was wild and restless and unsettled, and they was right, for I leaned to punching cattle, and I'm still at it tonight. So she married young Doc Wilkins. Oh my Lord, but that was hard. I wish that fool would quit singing Annie Lee out on the road. I just can't stand thinking of the things that happened then. Good times have all have left me. They just never seem to come again. What? My turn? Sure, I'll come running. Would you warm me up some coffee, Park? At least I'll stop that fool Jim from singing Annie Lee out on guard.
Never asked her to stay, never begged anyway. Knew that she'd follow her dream. Oh, I loved her so, I let her go. Oh, Lord, I miss you, Annie Lee. Annie Lee, Annie Lee, that's the prettiest name. Annie Lee, she's headed out west, follow her dream. I'm gonna grieve Annie Lee.
everybody.
So we got another Canadian poet going to come up here and give us a few more of his poems about the Mac.
Well, hello again. So this is my first time down here, and I think the rest of the performers are trying to make me feel very welcome, and I certainly do. So it's what, horses, cows, and girls.
I covered the girls.
Yeah, you do cover the girls, and they kick and scream trying to get uncovered.
Yes.
So I'm going to share a story. And this is a true story, except for the parts that I've made up, but it's pretty much true. This is how my brother and I became cattle barons in our own minds. And it is true. We both rodeo. My brother was a saddlebrock rider, and as I said, I was a bullfighter. And so we had a couple really good years. So we invested the money, we bought a section of land in northern Alberta. And there was great pasture land, and we had worked as hands for other people around there. We figured, well, why can't we go into business for ourselves? So it was about 3:34, maybe 5 in the morning. So I didn't know if we were just going to bed or just getting up. And we were sitting drinking coffee, and we decided we're going to go into cattle business. Because we knew everything there was to know about the cattle business. We had worked as hands, we had doctored, we had birthed them, we had branded them, we had cut them. We had done everything. We had gone to auctions before, and we helped them buy them, so we figured we'd go do that. So we go to the auction, and as we're at the auctioneer starts talking, we start going fast. My brother, he looks across the auction mart, and he sees his friend, so he goes, "Hey, buddy." And what he heard was sold. And we bought a Holstein. Why would we want a Holstein? We wanted to be beef cattle ranchers, but we bought a Holstein. So I said to him, "You just let me look after it." He goes, "No." So we end up buying 9 head of cattle. We wanted a big breeding bull, but then we looked at our pockets and went, well, no, maybe these yearling bulls will be good enough eventually. So we bought 9 head of cattle. We go to load them up. Unfortunately, we only brought our 4-horse trailer. And we had to take the animals with us. We weren't allowed to leave them there. So we packed them into this thing. And they're sagging and everything else, and we had to travel this winding road home. And so we made it home. We put them in pasture, and then we found our horses hated them. And they started biting and trying to gut kick them and everything else. And we go, well, what's up with this? They're the same horses we rode pasture with on other people's pastures. So we figured out, well, it's only 9 against 4, so they'll work it out. And they ended up working it out. So we thought for sure we were cattle barons. We named our ranch the M Squared. We'd go back to auctions and try to buy, but I do all the buying now. And up to this day, that was 35 years ago, we go to an auction. Up to this day, my brother refuses to wave to anybody. And that's how I became a cattle baron. So when we were cattle barons, we had to have horses. So we got horses given to us by my brother's in-laws. They were from the Sarcee Indian Reserve in Alberta. And my horse was a beautiful horse. I fell in love with it. And it had a wonderful Cree name. It was just beautiful. And I couldn't pronounce it, but my niece and nephew would tell me the Cree name of this horse. It was so wonderful. And later on at night, I asked my friend, I says, well, what does that mean? He looked at me and laughed. It was ugly horse. So this is about ugly horse. I got my new horse today. She's a mare, speckled gray. Percheron cross, 16 hands, wearing size 5 shoes. But it's her weight that's the news, 1,400 pounds, and she thinks she's the boss. Well, I was told she was broke, but that was just a joke, though she took a halter easy. But oh man, what a battle, trying to get her to take a saddle. We fought till I was queasy. They promised she had been ridden, but I think the truth was hidden, because I was on and off her in a second. That mare jumped sky high and flicked me off like a black fly. But this was harder than I had reckoned. Well, eventually she let me ride, and I thought it was a turn in the tide. She responded to the leg commands. Oh, she still did what she wanted. Her disobedience was flaunted. Our first ride didn't go quite as planned. She'd walk real slow, but what a shrew, as her trot could almost kill you, and her canter could put you to sleep. She viewed cows as bumper cars, and when tracking them, you'd see stars. I hate to see how she treated sheep. I often wondered if she was just a pretty mule, because she thought being stubborn was cool. And I was told Percheron crosses learn quick. Well, she still did. Okay, I was told Percheron crosses learn quick. Well, mine broke that mold in two, because she only did what she wanted to. But eventually, we began to click. Well, I love that mare, I have to admit. She had a heart that wouldn't quit. Not always the fastest in the line. But once we got to know one another, I'd choose her over any other. She was a handful, but glad she was mine. Thank you. So unlike Lynn, writing a poem on his way down here and able to recite it, the one I'm going to do for you now is a world premiere. You are the first audience that I'm going to perform it for. But if I don't write it down, I would just be standing going, do that themselves, folks. So I have to write it down, and I'm going to have to read it. It's called What Was That? And once again, like I say, this is all based on true stories, except for the parts that aren't. Right in the pasture early one morning, when my horse spooked without warning. It reared and bucked as hard as I could, and it threw me into some possum wood. Well, I was scraped most everywhere. Heck, I even lost a patch of hair. Part of my head looked like it was shorn. And my jeans and shirt were torn. My horse just stood there looking at me, as if saying, is that where you're supposed to be? It was almost as if he thought it was funny. I was thinking, I think he's a waste of money. Well, that's what happens when you ride a stud. And on top of that, he's a warm blood. I doubt he'd like it. I know he'd flip if he knew he could be a gelding in just one snip. That throw did more than scrape me, so now it's off to the doctor I see. Doc says I need an operation, but he promised me it wouldn't be a castration. Well, all went well. I made it through, but wait. Something went askew. That doc had been given his pink slip, and before he left, he gave me the snip. Thank you, guys.
I had a doctor that was foolish enough to suggest the snip to me. I just looked at him and grinned and said, Doc, you can't run that fast with a knife.
So thank you, Papa Mac. We met Papa Mac down in Kennewick 2 years ago.
And yeah, and then also down to WMA.
Right, he was the WMA last year. He did. So he had another request. Haven't played this a lot.
We sat there and had to look at our notes thinking, well, is this going to come off or it's going to be a train wreck?
So picture this. There's Cotty Joe sitting back there in the corner. Picture that he's sitting there with a middle-aged dance hall girl. Again. And he's leaving tomorrow on a trail drive. So here's what he's telling her. Now kiss me, Katie, kiss me, Kate, kiss me once again. I'm headed north with her to graze and market them. But I'll be back in a month or so to see you once again. So kiss me, Kate, kiss me, Kate, kiss me once again. Drover's life's a lonely life out here on the range. The sun, the dust, the wind, the rain will beat you every day. Oh, wild horse and hungry steer to test my wit each day. This lonely cowboy on the range will think of you each day. So kiss me, Kate, kiss me, Kate, kiss me once again. I'm headed north with the herd to graze and market them. I'll be back in a month or so to see you once again. So kiss me, Kate, kiss me, Kate, kiss me once again. You know the sun comes up, the sun goes down, it makes a weary day. At night time I will dream of you, the dreams roll round my way. I'll hold you tightly in my arms from dusk till early day. Oh, remember me, the one who's gone away. So kiss me, Katie, kiss me, Kate, kiss me once again. I'm headed north with the herd, graze and market them. But I'll be back in a month or so to see you once again. So kiss me, Kate, kiss me, Kate, kiss me once again. Oh, I'll be back in a month or so to hold you in my arms. So kiss me, Kate, kiss me, Kate, kiss me before I'm gone. Sure.
This is a poem that we kind of dedicated to the cowgirls out there, because, you know, cowboys get all the credit, but most likely there's a cowgirl right beside him, or sometimes a little bit ahead of him. It's called The New Outfit. She's going to work for a new outfit down the road a day's in. Says mixed emotions about leaving because the foreman here is more than just a good friend. She knows they'll be together when the day's work is done, but for the past 7 years, they worked so well together they seemed as one. His crew's gonna miss her because she makes a damn good hand. When it comes time to cowboy up, she knows horses and cows as well as any man. This job at the new outfit was a dream she thought would never come true. It's a chance to show that the job of foreman a woman can also do. Now she knows that things don't work out, she can always go back to the old outfit, of course, because she knows he really loves her. And besides, she's leaving with his best horse.
Cowboy's life's the only life she ever knew. Up in the morning, though she prays that sky is blue. That morning sun, it warms her soul. She'll saddle up and off she'll go. The cowboy's life's the only life she ever knew. She's been riding range for oh so many years. The weathered face, the wrinkles tell the years. She'll go on about her way. There's ranchers' work to do today. The cowboy's life's the only life she ever knew. And some fans along the way. That windmill needs some grease today. Doctor on that bald-faced calf, she'll move some cows to greener grass. The cowboy's life's the only life she ever knew. She's been riding range for oh so many years. weathered face, the wrinkles show the years. She'll go on about her way, there's ranchers' work to do today. Cowboy's life's the only life he ever knew. She'll go on about her way, there's ranchers' work to do today. Cowboy's life's the only life she ever knew. We thank you for your day.
Try writing Devil's Head? Sure,
You want to try the poem?
I'll try the poem. Hey, this is one that Dave wrote a song and I wrote a poem, and we just kind of crunched them together and we call it Riding the Devil's Herd. He looked down into the chute at a bull they called a killer, a real outlaw. As he slid down on his back, he had to smile to himself what the Cowboys call the luck of the draw. At the end of 8 seconds, are they going to say he's the best, or will he be laid in the dirt, hurt and broken like all the rest? Now, many a Cowboys tried to ride this bull for 8 seconds to no avail. They say this bull was born and bred somewhere close to hell. Now, 6 seconds into that ride, things went from bad to worse as he slipped down in the well, and a crushing blow from the bull's left horn knocked him out. The rest he couldn't tell. 3 days later, he woke up in some place they called intensive care. Through the swollen and bloodshot eyes, he couldn't believe the beauty of the nurse standing there. Weeks later, he left that hospital, limping, with wires still in his jaw. And as that nurse slipped him her phone number, again he had to smile at the luck of the draw.
Didn't come here to lose. Oh, you came here to win. Rodeo rider, better tighten your grip. Got the devil's hurt from down below. You to ride today. These bulls and broncs are the rankest ones ever find today. Rodeo rider, oh, you're gonna earn your pay. Rodeo rider, you're gonna ride devil's herd today. Well, open the gate and let 'em out. Watch you buck away. You better pray an angel from up above is riding with you today. These bulls and broncs from down below learn the devil's way. You better come away up and hunker down. You're gonna ride devil today. Rodeo rider, oh, you're gonna earn your pay. Rodeo rider, you're gonna ride devil today. 8 seconds of hell in the back of the beast will prove yourself today. 8 seconds of hell in the judge's score will earn your pay today. Rodeo rider, oh, you're gonna earn your pay. Rodeo rider, you're gonna learn to pray today. Didn't come here to lose. Oh, you came here So I thought I'd write some honky-tonk songs. And this is about the girls. So you think you found an angel, and it's standing next to you. Think that you're in heaven when that angel's close to you. And you think this one is different from the others that you knew. Well, that's really not an angel standing next to you. Well, I hate to break the news, but that angel next to you is one that I knew before it ever came to you. And that angel there beside you has some devil in her too. So you see, that's not an angel standing next to you. Now don't be upset, my friend, for what I'm about to tell you. You see, she broke my heart once, long ago, before she ever came to you. And you think this one is different from the others that you knew. But that's really not an angel standing next to you. Well, that angel there beside you has some devil in her too. She'll take you by surprise by the things she'll say and do. Lord, I wish I had that angel standing next to you. But that's really not an angel standing next to you. Lord, I wish I had that angel standing next to you. That just took your breath away, didn't it?
Yeah, it scared me. I thought you was talking about bringing man's wife back. It just choked me up.
I think we'll do one more. Let you out a little early because the pre-show starts at 6:15.
We have to be back.
Let's do old memories. You remember that one? There's a reason why the old man was sitting at the bar, staring at his glass, thinking of his past. So I sat down beside him, poured a beer for him and me. I said, hey old man, what's on your mind? It's just a memory, keeps haunting me. Something from the past, oh let me be, just foolish memory. Her and me, and it just won't let me be. Well, he drank his beer while I watched a tear roll down his face. I said, sorry that I asked. I didn't mean to bring up your past. He says, that's okay, it's nothing that you've done to me. It's just this song